Hello everyone, it's Tilly from Tilly Jones. Welcome back to my channel and to another Plan With Me video. I am planning the week of the 9th of September in my 7x9 Tilly Journals inserts, or A5 wide Tilly Journal inserts, using Sweet Arcade from Plannerface. I do put it out for Plannerface so you can use Tilly to save 10%. I am pairing it with a hot pink foil bundle from Caress Press in hearts because this week is my bestie's birthday week. So I used one of her favourite kits of all time and paired it with heart pink foil because pink is one of her favourite colours. Orange is her favourite colour, but yeah. Anyway, she has several favourite colours. She likes colourful and bright, and this is colourful and bright. That's the important part. I am also using underlays from my shop. I am using lilac lines solid underlays with hot pink checkered overlays. I accidentally printed the checkers on matte paper, so the lilac lines is kind of made not to be as liney and matte and a bit more matte, but it still works really well. It actually makes the colour match really well from the kit. I also mirrored my colour blocking in this week because that is one of Sophie's things that she does, so yeah. What else have I got to say about this spread? I don't think I have a great deal to say. I have 3 day extenders on Monday, Wednesday and Sunday. My sister came up. It was actually quite a busy weekend. We went to a family party on the Saturday, and then we had a bit of a family party on the Sunday as well because it's my sister's birthday next week, and my brother's birthday, my sister and brother's birthday next week. So my sister came up for the weekend because they live down south, and yeah. So it was a pretty full-on week and a lot of family time. I will now get into the books that I finished. I finished 2 books this week, and I think that is all I have to say about the base. I forgot to say last week that I PR for Plannerface, but I have already said that today. I really do think that's it. Anyway, let us get into the talk about books. So yeah, as I said, I finished 2 books this week. One is really easy to talk about because it is The Amber Spyglass, which is one of the his Dark Materials books. These are my current comfort rereads, re-listens. I tend to listen to them to go to sleep, so they take me quite a long. Sorry, I am tired. And they take me quite a long time to read because I listen to like half a chapter a night, if that. But yeah, I occasionally just want to listen to them, so I do finish the book. And anyway, this week I finished The Amber Spyglass, which is the 3rd and final in the trilogy. There is actually a second trilogy called words have failed me, The Book of Dust, that the 1st and 2nd book are out of, that is set in the same world and with one of the same characters involved. But yeah, it's not like completed yet. I'm hoping Philip Pullman does complete it because he is rather elderly and I'm a little bit worried he won't. But oh well. Anyway, not the point. I am blabbering. Let me get into the books. So yeah, that's why I was talking about the books. Oh my god, why am I like this? I feel like I'm like on a high and I don't know why, so I'm probably speaking even faster than I normally do, and I normally speak pretty fast, so I apologise if this is like me speaking way too fast. But well, yeah, so it's the 3rd of the trilogy. Basically, in this book, Lyra and Will, so Lyra from the 1st book and Will, who we met in the 2nd book, and obviously met Lyra in the 2nd book, are basically going on a mission together. I don't want to say more than that because it will cover spoilers for the previous books. But yeah, they're going on a mission together at the... Yeah, it's hard to describe these books without spoiling previous books. Oh, I'm rubbish at this sort of thing. Yeah, and I just love them. They're comfort reads. They're really, really good books. They are technically middle grades, but I think they are more YA. And yeah, I highly recommend them if you haven't read them or watched. Oh my god, sorry. Why am I yawning this much? Or watched any of the series based on them. There is the TV series and there is a film of the 1st book, but the film is not great. I would recommend the TV series over the film. Anyway, and that's called His Dark Materials, which is the name of the trilogy. Anyway, that's it for that. And then the other book I finished this week was Hits Differently, which is a collab book between Tasha from Love Island, Tasha Gori. I want to say that's how you say her name, but I'm really bad at names, so it might not be. And Lizzie Huxley-Jones, I think. Lizzie Huxley-Jones, who is a author that I have enjoyed her books previously. So yeah. So this is about Cassie, who is deaf and regularly dances in her bedroom, filming videos of herself that she doesn't show to anybody. So when one of her favourite singers is looking for understudy dancers, her bestie Pen applies on Cassie's behalf. Follow Cassie as she follows her dreams to work professionally as a dancer and see if she can learn to love herself and let her be loved. So when this book was announced, I loved Tasha on Love Island, like all the way through. I was like, she's being treated really unfairly, and I feel like her and Andrew's relationship since Love Island has like proven that right. Like, yeah. So when it was announced, along with being written by a co-author that I like, I had to give it a go. And would I have loved this so much if I didn't know it was based on Tasha's real life experiences? For those of you that don't know, Tasha is a dancer. She is actually currently on Strictly Come Dancing, if that's something you watch. I don't watch it, but I have been following what's been going on because Tasha is on it. Anyway, Cassie is so unassuming, and she's always working 10 times harder than the next person because hearing isn't an intrinsic skill she has, isn't an intrinsic thing she has, it's a skill she has had to develop. How she felt about like her relationship with her partner at the beginning of the book is really relatable, and I get why she let herself be strung on by him for so long, because yeah. Watching Cassie learn to love herself was such an amazing journey, learning to accept all of herself, and her growth was the best part of the novel. It is technically a romance, but that is actually only one small part of Cassie's story, so if you go in expecting a usual Huxley-Jones steamy romance, you're going to be a bit disappointed. There is some steam, and it is a romance at the end of the day, but it's not pure romance, and it is a journey of learning to love yourself when your body works differently, and I just think it is a really good book about that, and it will hit home for a lot of people. So yeah, I would recommend it. I gave it 4 stars. I didn't start with that. I don't know why, because I normally do, but I just, yeah. That is how I felt about the book. I thought it was a really good read, and yeah, would recommend. So let's get on to the week. I don't think I've got anything else to say. In my sidebar, I also put that I was grateful for time to rest because I only finished 2 books this week, and the way my sidebar is set up, there is space for 3 half boxes, so third boxes, so I just found something to fill it with, really. And then let's get into the rest of this thread. So on Monday, I marked that I was finishing buying off birthday presents for my friends and siblings that have birthdays around here. Then I had planning call with Sophie, my bestie. We do this most weeks. We didn't have one this week. It's generally an every week thing, but we have to skip occasionally. So I've had too much to do this week. So yeah. Then I did some odd jobs. Odd jobs just means random bits and pieces around the house, or like daily habit things that I am doing. So yeah, marked in odd jobs. Then I marked that I was in my feelings. I wasn't having the best brain day this day. It's just kind of how I'm going. Then I went for a walk and had my last CBT session. So this was quite bittersweet, and I am going to talk a little bit about it and about my CBT journey. I have had CBT before. I've actually had it twice before. The first time it very much focused on one event that was very traumatic and was more like, yeah, I don't know, it was very centred around that. And then the second time I had it, I can't really remember what it was centred around, but it really, really helped me. This time, again, it was centred around my low mood, but we did an awful lot of assessment and getting to know one another. And unfortunately, my CBT therapist is technically he's called a he is a trainee psychotherapist. However, he just specialises in CBT. He doesn't do different types, but it does mean that he does have rotations and things. And the reason this was our last CBT session wasn't that we had actually finished, was that he had to move to a new rotation, and that was kind of how things went. And because of some other circumstances in my life, I'm not currently being offered any other psychotherapy. So this felt very, very bittersweet, because it just, was a little bit like things had finished for the wrong reasons, and whilst I made a lot of progress whilst I've been working with him, and I am really pleased about that, I feel like we could have gone so much further, and it would have been a lot more helpful if we had done that, and if I'd had another, even just another few sessions or another couple of months of sessions, we'd have made a lot of progress, and we didn't as a result of that he had to leave, and it felt very bittersweet, but yeah. Anyway, moving on, I then designed some scripts for the shop for Tilly Journals, and then it was time for Rangers. Once a year we have a planning meeting where we literally plan out the whole year. The girls organise some sessions, we organise some sessions, it's all fun and games. So yeah, we did the Ranger planning, and then when I came home we watched some Black Mirror. At this point we were having 2 TV programmes running side by side. We like to have a darker program. If we're watching a darker program like Black Mirror, we like to have a lighter TV show going on at the same time, and our lighter TV show at this point was Only Murders in the Building, which we are now up to date with, so watching weekly episodes because it comes out once a week. Then on to Tuesday. On Tuesdays I am at work, and then in the afternoon I had GP teaching online, so just marked that in. Whilst that was going on, I did just in the background design some Tilly Journal scripts because I have no chill and love to multitask, so I was doing that. I also did some crocheting. I was into crochet for this little period, so I did do a few days of crocheting, and then I don't think I've touched it since. So good at that. Then it was time for guides. I do both Rangers, which is so guiding is Girl Guiding UK. There is Rainbows, who are 5 to 7, there might even be 4 to 7 now, anyway 5 to 7, Brownies that are 7 to 10, Guides are 10 to 14, and Rangers are 14 to 18, and I help run Rangers and Guides on a Monday and a Tuesday evening. Anyway, so at Guides we did games plus other little bits and pieces. So these were our first sessions back after the summer holiday. When I came home, we watched an episode of Black Mirror, and I was very in my feelings, potentially because of the episode, because some of them are quite dark. On to Wednesday, I did some guide admin in the morning. We'd got the girls to fill in some forms about things that they wanted to do, and I typed those up. Then I had an appointment with Rebecca, my care coordinator. I haven't really said anything about that appointment, which means it was pretty chill appointment. Honestly, I think I was just feeling a bit blah about having finished CBT, and yeah, I just wasn't really feeling it. Then worked on some of the drains for the house, for the bathroom that we are currently working on, and oh my god, we still don't have a floor. It is the middle of October and we do not have a floor yet. We nearly do. We nearly have a subfloor, and then things will speed up, but oh my god, this first bit is so slow. Then I went to the doctors about some weird discharge and soreness I had, and the discharge was not typical of thrush, but my doctor thought it was thrush, and the swab came back as thrush, so she was right, and I was very embarrassed that I'd gone to the doctors as a doctor about thrush for no reason, because there's no way my doctor will have been judging me for it, but yeah. Then I came home and I was feeling frustrated about the progress we were making on the bathroom. Lol, because don't feel like that we're that much further on, but it's because everything we're doing is like background work at the moment, whereas soon stuff that you can actually see will come into being. Then I took a nap because I was absolutely exhausted, did some tidying, probably our cleaner was coming the next day, went for a walk to get my steps in. I am at the moment mostly walking in my house, just up and down because it's so cold outside, because British autumn. Oh no, we were watching Emily in Paris at this point. Oh my god, I forgot about that. Anyway, then we watched an episode of Black Mirror and we didn't want to watch any more, so we watched some Emily in Paris afterwards. On to Thursday, I was at work this day, and I was just having one of those days where I felt like everything I was doing was wrong and I felt absolutely useless at my job, so I marked that in. Then I talked to Mum about a meeting she had with one of the Ranger parents. I'm not going to go into it, but it was a lot of drama this whole little period. Came home and did some reading, watched Emily Paris, and it was absolutely freezing this day, so I just decided to mark that in. We will not turn our heating on for quite a long time, at least certainly not until November, and potentially not until December, because we are very, like, I don't know, anti-heating the house unless we have to. Like, I don't know, it's not even like anti-heating the house, it's just we're like, we'll only put the heating on when we have to. And we'll rather heat a room, so we'll have the fire on, or heat ourselves, use an electric blanket, etc. Anyway, on to Friday. It was Sophie's birthday this day, yay! Then I marked in work. I was feeling proper dissociated and out of it this day, so I've just marked that in. Came home and did some reading. I was reading Hits Different, so I've just marked that. Then I was obsessed with Office Cat on my phone at this point. I'm still playing it on and off, but I'm not as like into it. But yeah, I marked in playing Office Cat. Then I marked in that was in my feelings, because I was just really tired and drained all the time at this point, and yeah, it was a lot. And then we binge watched some TV. Don't know what, because I've just put binge watching. On to Saturday. This was the day of my cousin's birthday parties, but they are twins. I honestly was absolutely knackered this day and just slept for most of the day. I pretty much slept for the majority of 36 hours straight. So I woke up, I was absolutely knackered, tried to have a bit of a restful morning and read a bit of Hits Differently, and then I went back to bed and slept pretty much all day until we had to leave for the party. Me and Sophie had a little bit of a bicker when I woke up, so I've just marked that in. And then we went across to my cousin's birthday party, and it was really lovely. But yeah, I slept all the way there, and then I was at the party for maybe 2 hours before I was like, I am too poorly for this, and I need to go and get back into the car and go back to sleep. And so I did that, and then I slept all the way home and through till the next morning. We also did pick up a bookcase from IKEA at the end of the day, so I've just put an IKEA collection at the end of that, because we were across at Leeds, which is a little bit of a drive. It's about an hour's drive from us, and so we thought we'd pick up the bookcase while we were there. On to Sunday, I did some organising of stickers to put some things away. Then I read the rest of Hits Differently and finished it this day. Then I sorted out our meds for the next 2 weeks. We organised our medications in 2 weekly blocks, so yeah. Then I had a really bad sore throat and I was just feeling really viral and just bleh, so I've marked that in. Then I wrapped some presents for my sister and brother, because we were going across to my parents' house, which I've marked in as Milton House, because that's the name of their house, for some family time and a meal. So yeah, then next I have just marked in family time, because yeah, I had lots of family time. It was a very family heavy weekend. Then we had a roast dinner for Sunday lunch, which was lovely. Love a roast dinner, but I never cook one, so I've just marked that in, and it's one of Felix's favourites, so that was great. Then I played with Felix, who is my nephew. He is now 5, he was 4 at this point, and he is just such a little cutie, so it was so lovely to have some time to play with him. Then I did some editing and filmed a plan with me, because who am I if I am not trying to get on top of videos and get ahead with videos? So yeah, I did a voiceover, and then I filmed a plan with me, did my steps, again probably was just pacing in my living room because I have no job, and then finished off the night with some Black Mirror. And that is it for the spread. Here it is in all its bright colourfulness glory. I love all of the pink and like the pops of purple. It's just stunning. I think it works really, really well. Let me know what you think of this spread. Is this a kit you have used? Comment, like down below, all that kind of jazz. Here are my leftovers. There are lots and lots, and there's especially lots of girl options, because Anna is the best and includes loads of options. Yeah, so that is it for this video. Comment, like down below, all that kind of jazz. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you've used this kit and what foil you paired with it if you have, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!